priceless experiences. Napa Valley wine tasting, spoiling my women friends. Sitting at the table with millionaires. The narrative is tax loops, accounts offshore squares. It's not allowed.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Coin Gang, the home of personal development. This is ministry for abstract thinkers, and it's a safe space for those with out the box philosophies. Welcome. My name is Ken Billions, if you didn't know. I thank you for being here because you can be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. And anytime we could come together and fellowship, it's always an honor and it's always a blessing. I don't know where you are in the world, but wherever you're at, I hope you are loved. I hope you are being nurtured. I hope you are being protected, and I hope you are being cared for. As always, if you know the drill here, if you can see me, press 1, and if you can hear me, press 2. And when I get that confirmation in the chat, I know we are great. I know we are good. If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. And also, don't be shy on the likes. We need those likes because that helps us cut through the algorithm. And don't be shy on the shares. Most importantly, though, don't be shy on the Cash App. Keep your babies close to you. Be patient with your loved ones. Like John Legend said, we just ordinary people. We just trying to figure it out. I'm going to do some preaching today. Is that all right? Today, I want to talk about the meaning of things. The meaning of things. I want to talk about needs over wants. And I want to identify the biggest liar. Our conversation today, we're doing this as a family, is women hitting the wall. I know you've heard people say this before, that a woman hits the wall at a certain age. I want to talk about the difference between price and value. They're not the same. Have any of you ever heard that a woman hits the wall at a certain age? 35. Oh, she looks good for her age. 40, right? Basically saying the wall symbolizes that her value is decreasing. Basically, how the narrative suggests that a woman's value is in her face. Have you ever heard that before? Now I want us to look at that and I want us to analyze that. Is that true? Is a woman's value really in her face? So again, don't be stingy on the likes. Don't be stingy on the shares. Most importantly, don't be stingy on the Cash App. Listen, price. Let's deal with price first. Price is based on image. Price is based on how a thing looks. But price is also based on desire. Things we desire, that's price. You look at a car, you desire that car. What you're going to bump into is how much does a car cost? The only thing that's separating you and the car is payment. Doesn't necessarily mean that the car has value, but it has price. Price and value are not the same. Price is based on your eyes. Okay? Remember this. Value is something totally different. You can't necessarily see value. Value is something that you feel. A lot of y'all believe in God, right? Can you see it? You believe in a deity, right? You believe in a higher power, right? Do you see it? Can you now think about this. The thing that many of you are connected to the most is something that you can't even see. I'm sure got some people that are atheists in the chat, but for the most part, I know Many of you believe or acknowledge a higher power. But if I asked you to draw it, could you? Something that you feel. It's a personal relationship that you have with the divine, but your relationship with the divine is not based on nothing you can see. So if your personal relationship with the most important thing in your life is not based on nothing you can see, then how can we put all a woman's value in her face? Wouldn't it be wise to take the same connection that we have to deity and also put it and tether it to our relationships? You understand? You understand? You overstand? You got it? Your connection to deity is not based on anything you can see, but your connection to the woman in your life is based on visuals. How's that working? How's that working out? See, that's price. When a man says a woman hits the wall after a certain age, what they are talking about is the price of her. They're confusing price with value. You know, they say sexual market value. So basically, a woman's value is connected to something sexual. Huh? A woman's value is based on something sexual. This is what they're saying. So, one of the most important decisions a man is going to make in his life, having children, getting married, that decision is based on eyes. Wow. That decision is based on something you can see. Now, the interesting thing about this narrative that is being pushed to men is it is being pushed by Christian men. Christian men are saying things like sexual market value. Christian men are talking about a woman's value is based on how she looks. Christian men are not basing how they pick women off their faith. That's very interesting. That makes them false prophets. Because on one hand, you believe in a book. On one hand, you have this philosophy, but when it's time to pick a woman, you don't do it. The only time you go back to your faith is when it's talking about gender roles. But what does your faith say about the eyes? Does your book, does the Bible, does your deity also align with what you say? What do y'all think? Now, this is for my Christian men talking to younger men about the women are men are visual. This is what y'all say. This is what y'all tell women too. Feminine, fit, friendly, look a certain type of way. We are visual, and y'all say that we are visual as if that is a plus. Y'all say we are visual as if that is a superpower, or is it a flaw? Now, this is what your Bible says. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passes away. Now, it's Christian men that are talking like this. You know how I know they're Christian men? Because when it's time to discuss gender roles, they refer to a Bible. They say that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. They say that Eve was Adam's helpmate, and therefore, since women are descendants of Eve, that is also your role. Well, okay. Well, since you use the Bible for gender roles, I also want to use the Bible to see if it aligns up with how you pick women. See, because you can't treat this like a salad bar when it's time to be contrary. No, sir. You also have to use this sword in all things. You don't get to have a separation of church and state when it's time for you to pick a mate, especially when you're talking to other men, especially when you use this to put a woman in her place. When you run out of game, when you run out of ammunition, you go straight to the Bible. Well, let's go to the Bible then. Let's keep you here in the place that you source. Y'all say that a woman's value is based on how she looks. Y'all say things like sexual market value. This is what y'all say. Y'all say a woman's value begins to drop at a certain age. And you make this assessment with your eyes. Well, let's use the source that you put women in their place with, right? This is what you use gender roles for, right? This is what you say a woman's place is, that her sole purpose to be alive is to be a helpmeet. Okay. But First John chapter 2, 16 through 17 says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Sexual market value would be considered what? Lust, correct? You're making this assessment based on your eyes, but the ill thing about what you're doing is that assessment is not of your God, though. Your God didn't tell you to pick women like that. You are picking women of the world. So since you are picking women of the world, you cannot use the Bible as a source to talk about gender roles, to talk about the role of a wife. You can't say he that finds a wife finds a good thing when you use metrics of the world to find the wife. You don't use metrics of the scripture. I told y'all I'm gonna preach today. Let me cook. Y'all are false prophets. Feminine, fit, friendly. The metrics that you say that you want in women, where is that in scripture? Now, some would say, Ken, why are you using the Bible? Because they do. Because I challenge your philosophy. The Bible that you source when you need to put a woman in her place says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away. So what you are judging a woman on passes away. It's not even real. So now, women in the chat, now you have something to go to. Anytime a Christian man tells you about looks and things like that, go to First John. Is this individual talking about lust? Of course they are. Listen to the word sexual market value, not intellectual market value. Not nurturing market value or mothering market value. No, they said sexual market value. That means this is lust. These are your leaders. These are your Christian men talking hella worldly. These are your Christian men looking at women not of the God that they serve. It's not even in a line. Am I lying? Am I wrong here? The lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? But y'all say that men are visual. But what kind of vision are you looking at the world with? Because if your body is dark, then the vision that you look at women with will also be dark. Yes or no? I'm using the source that y'all talk about. Y'all patriarchs, right? So be patriarchal. This is what y'all say. It's a war on masculinity. It's a war on patriarchy. I wonder why. You're not even in line with the things that you say are important to you. Are you in the world or are you in the scripture? Or you both? Hey, I can take that if you say you're both. But do not use Bibles and Qurans and ancient texts when it's convenient. Stand on it all day. Die for it. Let them call you misogynist. Stand on it. Don't pick and choose. You source the Bible when it's time to put a woman in her place. But when it's time to pick that woman, you put the Bible down and use your eyes. You are a generation of vipers. And I don't care who has 1 million followers. I don't care who has a bigger platform than mine. Y'all false prophets. I never said I was any of this. This what y'all say y'all are. So as the student, I want to dig into your philosophy. Are you Christian when you wake up and go to sleep? Or are you Christian when it's time to say that the woman is the man to help me? But then after she agrees, you are no longer the Christian. Huh. The lamp of the body is the eye. Okay. Light, the lamp. The lamp of the body is the eye, right? If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. That's what it says, right? But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, any man that talks like this, I don't care what you wear. I don't care how good you sound. I don't care how many followers you have. I don't care how many super chats you have. You are full of darkness. And the people that are paying you and supporting you, they are also full of darkness. If the eye is the lamp, and if your eye is good, your whole body is full of light. Your whole body is good. But if your eye is bad, your whole body is full of darkness. And you men are full of darkness. I don't care about your networks. I don't care about none of that shit you say. I'm a dude that always took the steps anyway. I never got on the elevator. I always took the steps. I always came through the building from the back, while everybody's on the elevator. That ain't my path. So I don't got no qualms about going against false philosophy. This is what y'all say y'all stand on. This is what y'all say is important to y'all. And I hear you use these things conveniently, but you don't stand on it though. You know why? Because if you was actually to stand on this thing, you don't have the followers that you have. You don't get the super chats talking about accountability. If your goal is to try to be righteous, that ain't sexy. That ain't popular. Right? I'm not saying be super nigga. Nah. But you stand on it. You slip, you fall, you get back up. You slip, you fall, you get back up. You hit your head. Things are trial and error. But y'all consistently dark though. Because I listen to you and I hear what you're saying. I hear how you talk to men. I hear how you talk to women. You say flawed things. Oh, men are visual. That's not a compliment. Visual is a weakness of man. That's our weakness. We can't tell a thing from for what it is. We can't tell the difference between price and value. A magician needs you to look at the magic for it to work. If your eyes is closed, the magic doesn't work. The magician is successful by you paying attention. Remember, the brain can't differentiate what's real and what's fake. So if men are visuals and we base picking women off what our eye sees, but the brain can't differentiate what's real and what's fake. Clearly, because look at all the guys crying about child support. Look at all the guys talking about uh, alimony. They're disgruntled. Why? They're visual, right? So they picked a woman based on what their eyes told them, based on the price of the woman, but not the value of the woman. Huh. Uh-oh. I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with lust at a young woman. Aren't these the same guys, Christian men, that tell the old they say, man, we don't want women our age. We want young women. What did Job 31:1 say? Now I said I was gonna do some preaching today. These dudes say we want young women. That's what they say. But what does the Bible that they source say? I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with lust at a young woman, right? The reason why you're picking a young woman is not because of education. It's not because of experience. What is the purpose a young man would want a young woman for? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Sexual. But Job said, in the I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with lust at a young woman. These are false prophets. And I'm holding them to the standard that they say they are. My religion is an abundance mentality. Okay? So if you ever catch me not practicing an abundance mentality, if you ever catch me with doubt, if you ever catch me talking against the my belief that I can have anything, that I can do anything, that the universe is working in my favor, if you ever catch me talking against that, going against that, then you hold me to my standard. If you ever catch me on here talking about white supremacy, if you ever catch me on here talking about that I'm oppressed and the system is holding me back and I can't do anything, if you ever catch me talking like a Hotep Negro, you hold me to my standard. Hey, Ken, I thought you practiced an abundance mentality. And every man slips and falls. So I might be like, damn, appreciate you. You know what? You are absolutely right. I gotta do a cleanse. I gotta do a detox because I'm not in line with my faith. I'm not in line with my philosophy. Well, I'm doing that to y'all. Y'all not in line with y'all philosophy, and you women ain't in line with your philosophy because y'all sit up there and let these Negroes throw the Bible at you, but your problem is you don't know the Bible. You don't talk scripture. Huh. Huh. And like the women in the women spaces talk about, y'all worship these Negroes. Because if you didn't, when somebody talks philosophy to you, you talk philosophy back. You want validation. So when he says, oh, you're just a help me, the Bible, it never even says that was the role of Eve. Oh, she was created to be his help me. Are you the descendants of that? See, you can't even talk philosophy. Is that Eve or is that Lilith? It never has a name for her. It says the woman. And then after the fall, she was given a name. Eve, the mother of all living things. But prior to that, she was the woman. Oh, you scared to talk like that because they'll call you masculine. You see how they check you? If you are in opposition of a thought that's masculine, y'all want to be ditzy so damn bad. Y'all want to be damsels in distress so damn bad. These people throw anything at you and you go with it because you want to be saved so damn bad. But check this out, sis. What if your righteous path is to die alone, is to die with no husband? Are you good with that? If that was the path that was laid out by your God, you of the world too. Y'all Easter Christians. Y'all don't believe in this stuff y'all reading. Y'all Easter Christians. Y'all Christian in look. Y'all Christian in judgment. But you don't really live like that because your path might be to die alone, quote unquote, with a dog. Would you rather lay up with a man that's just, but he ain't righteous for the sake of what? The IG pictures? You young women, you need to ask yourself, is this a Christian man looking at you? Because his Bible says, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with lust at a young woman. So how is he looking at you? Do you guys just get along great? That can happen. Y'all meet at the workplace. He's 10, 15 years older than you, and y'all just click. That can happen. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the desire of an old man for a young woman. Is that in line with his Bible? Hmm. Can I do some preaching today? Press 1 in the chat if we could do some preaching today. I came with the sword today. This is Coin Gang. This is what we do here. Abstract ministry. I want to challenge people's philosophy. And my philosophy is open to be challenged. I've been tried, denied, and I'm definitely willing to be tried again. We're going to do some preaching today. Because I need to test the heart of these so-called Christian men. Jesus is your Lord and Savior. You believe in the 10 Commandments, do you? Y'all talking about price. Y'all ain't talking about value. Value changes lives. You know your life is changing because there's value somewhere. Now, it's important for you to know where, for you to make a critical mistake, and you might remove the things that's valuable, or you might stop doing the things that's valuable. Stay in value. But you got to know what's the things in your life that's valuable. You got to identify it, right? That's discernment. Value amplifies. You ever been smiling and you walk into a group or you walk into your family's house or somewhere and they ask you, well, what are you smiling for? You don't know why. You don't really have an answer. You don't know why. You just full of light. You can't explain it. As value. Something is going on. It's a feeling. It's not a look. Value is on the inside of things. When you're in a plane and you're looking 30,000, 40,000 feet down, you wouldn't know how valuable the earth is because all the things that are of value on this planet come from inside of the earth, not outside. Many of us think that the sun is heating up this planet. I was taught that there is something inside of the planet that is heating us up. There's something inside of our body that's heating us up. It's called a solar plex. Rubber, aluminum, metal, cobalt, all come from inside of the earth. The things that we need to sustain us come from inside of the earth. A child comes from inside the womb of its mother. Value comes from wombs. Value comes from the womb of the planet. Value comes from womb of the woman. Thoughts come from the womb of the mind. Value is not outside the body. Value is on the inside of the body. Value is on the inside of the earth. These people are talking about the price of a thing. How much does it cost? Sexual market value. They're talking about price, but they put the word value in it and it don't go there because their sex for real has no value. It's not value. Anybody could do it. Value is something that everybody can't get. Everybody can't achieve. If everybody can do it, then the thing that we call value loses its value. There's a level of scarcity there. There's not a scarcity in sex. Animals do it. It's a biological urge. Hey, I want to have sex. It comes with the human meat suit. That's not what's valuable. What's valuable is the energy inside of the human. This. You know how valuable it is because if I punch you in your stomach, you will fight for that. You see, you take that for granted. But if you are losing your breath, you are fighting. You ever been fighting for your air? You ever been fighting for air? Huh? You ever choke? Yeah, you don't know how valuable the air is until you got to fight for it. When you lose life, they put electricity on your body to activate you. To activate what though? What are they activating? Nothing on the physical level. There's something inside of you that it needs that electrical spark. Boom, and then you're back. Value is on the inside. How is the so-called former slave gonna put the value of a woman on the outside of her? That's just like a slave. That's just like somebody that been in bondage. That's confusion. We say things like that when you're young. We don't expect 30-year-olds, 40, 50-year-old men to talk like that. So you still got that slave in you, huh? The price of things. You don't know the value of a thing. You know the price. You're a slave, right? So you have to see the world through an overseer perspective, right? See, it was the overseer that was governing the so-called slave, not the master, because you would think like a master. If the master taught you, you would think like a master. You think like the overseer, who was a poor Irishman, Polish or German. That was the overseer, what you would call, or Thomas Sowell would call the rednecks. The poor of that culture wasn't educated by the master because the master understands gold. The master is well traveled. The master knows the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. The master is able to look at stars and know the season. The master reads. The master has discernment. These are descendants of people that engage with the drunkard. How can something be valuable and it only has a 20-year shelf life? Now, you know how think about this for a second. You graduate high school at 18 years old, right? That's when your life really starts, when you start being independent of the mind of your parents. So, are you telling me A woman's value is the shortest period of her life, 18 to 30, but we humans spend the majority of our life old. So you put the value on a thing, the shortest period? We're going to keep talking about value. I want to show you that value is in the old thing, not the young thing, the old thing. We have a culture that hates the old. We have a culture that is driven by young people. We have a culture that detests gray. The old are fighting to be young, not in spirit, though, to be immature. The old want to be relatable to the young instead of bringing them on your level. We are going to talk today about value. I'm just heating up. We're going to take a break. And the brother right here is going to add a little bit of comedy in the conversation. Listen to what this man tells you and do exactly what he's telling you. We'll be right back.
Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App.
Uh, we needed a breather real quick. But our conversation today is a woman hitting the wall. What's that look like? Price and value. Anyone know what this is? Does anyone know what this is? Because if this thing could talk, man, the stories that it would tell. If this thing could talk, I mean the secrets that this life here, this is a life. It's alive. The secrets that it would tell. The mysteries of life, the things that I want to know about. This thing knows because it's been here. Do y'all know what this is? Anybody? Well, of course, it would have to come from the Facebook fam, the YouTube members only, man. You know what I mean? Anybody? All right. This is called a Methuselah tree. A Methuselah tree. And a Methuselah tree is reported to be 4,500 to 5,000 years old. The Methuselah tree is older than the Bible. It is protected. It is old. Old things are protected. Old things have value. If you went and put your hand on this Methuselah tree, what kind of energy do you think you would feel from it? Right? So, does the sexual market value ideal also apply to the Methuselah tree? Because just based off looking at it, it's not sexy, right? It doesn't have that it factor, but it has the most value though. Huh. Remember that. Methuselah tree. What you're looking at right now, right here, is called Codex Vaticanus. Codex Vaticanus. It was published in 300 AD. This is the oldest Bible in the world. It's not translated, nothing. No New King James Version, nothing. This Codex Vaticanus says very different things than the King James Version of the Bible or the New Life Translation version of the Bible. It says very, very, very different things. So because it says very, very different things than the new Bibles, how much value do you think it has? Matter of fact, you know how much value it has? Very much value, because how many priests and pastors know that? The oldest Bible in the world, and what's it called? Do people even care? Huh? Huh? Codex Vaticanus. Remember that. This is the oldest Bible in the world, written in Latin, published in 300 AD. See, I'm talking about value. Matter of fact, you might not relate to that. I wonder if you relate to this right here. Do you know the image, what this is? See, this is value right here. This is value. Now, you might can't read the things on this, though, but it's valuable information. What you're looking at right now is an almanac. Written by whom, though? This is written by a person they said was a slave. But somehow this slave knew astronomy. Somehow this slave was a master mathematician. Somehow this slave knew Venus and Taurus and Capricorn. How did this slave know that? Who am I talking about? This is a page from Benjamin Banneker's Almanac. See, I'm talking about value. Benjamin Banneker's Almanac is in an African American History Museum in Washington, D.C. An inverted pyramid, but that's neither here nor there. See, I'm talking value. It gets better with time. I'm talking about value. They're talking about price. Let me show you price. See, this face was in the media recently, and this is not a diss to her. But the minute the dudes see this, this is price. This is price. This is what they mean by sexual market value. You see the ass to waist ratio from the side, right? The image of hair, right? Flat stomach. That's what they're talking about. A dude just put a baby in this girl, right? And he is the mockery of the internet. This is Brittany Reiner. This is who the guy said is for the streets. But she ain't got no problem getting the guys. Why? It's not based on what she thinks. Remember, they said men don't care about your degree. Oh, my fault. High value men don't care about that. But the high value man stays in divorce court, though. The high value man has women, children that are in opposite directions of each other. And then when that high value man dies, those children are fighting over his estate. They don't talk about the high value man that has a girlfriend the age of his daughter. And what does his children think about him? If your children are detested by you, if your children are not proud of you, oh, daddy doing him. Oh, see, that's what they're talking about. Tell the whole story. This is price right here. Now, here's the thing. Remember, let's go back to this. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father. Okay. So I'll be honest with you. The way that I'm looking at this woman right now, I'm not going to use the word Father. I'll use the word source or universe. See, I'm looking at her in a very animalistic way, a very primal way. I'll be honest with you. I'm a man. I got balls. I, I see what I see, right? But to make a decision on should I procreate with her, should I marry her, should I become one flesh with this woman because how she looks, that is not of the Father. I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with the young woman in lust. So if I was of that faith, the way that I'm looking at this woman, I've broke the covenant with my eyes. Remember, these are men that profess Christianity. These are men that profess to be of the faith or follow the Torah, things like that. Yet, when it comes to deciding to be with a woman, it's never based on anything righteous. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. Have you ever heard them use that? So clearly, they have biblical references. Yet, when it's time to talk about the woman, be with the woman, it's all totally of the world. They get very, very, very secular. They're secular when they pick the woman. But when it's debating time, when it's time to put them in their place, oh, they're real, real, real religious. But what does Matthew say, though? The lamp of the body is the eye, right? If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. How do we know the people that are talking to us, their body is full of light? How do we know that? What, because they got followers? How do we know? See, we attach value with the car that an individual drives. We attach value to the look of a thing and not the system of it, not how it actually functions and actually works in the world. But let's go back here. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Now, you ladies out there, you women out there, you females out there, got to stop being scared of men in terms of philosophy. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. These dudes say anything to you and you fall right in line. Do you know why? Because y'all be in y'all girl chat talking about dumbass shit. Y'all be on the shade room talking about slay sis, slay to unrighteous shit. You got gay men telling y'all how to be women. And you go for it. You don't say nothing. Because I want to be married. Bobbleheads. I want to be a mother one day. At what expense though? What is it based on? And I'm talking to you like this because you say you believe in God. And y'all not Muslim women. You ain't Buddhist women. Y'all Christian. Cool. So I'm going to stick your ass right here too. Thou shalt not judge, Ken. If that was the case, I wouldn't have a felony. If that was the case, I wouldn't have a felony. Because I damn sure got judged. If thou can't judge how I end up in jail, somebody judge me. So I don't want to hear none of that. I'm talking to those that profess this faith. You cannot talk about none of this stuff when it's convenient for you to talk about gender roles. Oh, a man is supposed to protect and provide. No, talk about the whole damn thing. Did your man pick you because you was young? Because you had something sexy on? Huh? He's not supposed to look at you lustfully. You're not supposed to pick a woman based on lust. You're not supposed to pick a woman based on her attractiveness. It's not what you pick a woman for. Doesn't your Bible say he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing? A wife is not a look. You can't see a wife. It's something you feel from a person. It's not a look. Because that same girl in a short skirt that you call a harlot can have just came from doing charitable work at the orphanage. And the woman dressed to the nine could have just came from robbing a bank. That's why you can't use your eyes. You have to study the system. This is why it says, study to show thyself approved. If you look at a thing, that's not the true story. Our eyes are liars. That's not the story. The story is the inside of the thing. Can you see AIDS? No. Can you don't know this person got cancer? You don't know this person got mental illness? You don't see that. You see what you want to see. Because you women doing it for the gram and you dudes are doing it for the bros. Y'all just want attention from other people. Y'all don't give a damn about being married for real. Y'all just want the marriage. Y'all don't want the person. Sis, you want the man. You want the baby in the marriage. You don't want the guy. Because if you did, you'll get married at Justice of Peace. You don't want to do that because you need people to see you. If your bros wasn't looking, dog, you'll marry the girl that's for the streets because you really like her. But the bros is gonna be like, yo, man, I don't approve. Da, 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 da. Come on, man. Y'all led astray. Y'all don't got a mind of your own for real. The woman cares about validation from her peers, her mom, her sister, other women. And the dudes that doing it for the bros, you are only picking a woman so you can show up and the bros can validate you. But let me go back to this real quick though, because that don't got nothing to do with your book though. How you pick women and y'all pick men, that don't have nothing to do with your scripture. Y'all are of the world, so be of the world, shit. Be secular. Hey, look, I'm root chakra poppy. You might catch me hanging from the damn chandeliers. I'm with it. Let's do it. I done told you my story. I done whored in the car. I done whored in the Motel 6. I done whored on the park bench. You heard? I done whored in the alleyway, back in the back of the dumpster. I done whored in school when I was supposed to be in class. I'm in the bathroom. I've been whoring since I was 12. So if you gonna be secular, I got you. Trust me. I don't put people in heaven and hell, but this is abstract ministry. I do listen and I do hear. And I hear that y'all some false prophets based on what y'all say y'all are. The Lord is my shepherd. I fear no one. I fear no evil. You know all the fly verses. So God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. You know all the fire. You don't know the nooks and crannies. Now, y'all better hope that I stay root chakra poppy. Because if I pick up this damn Bible and I convert to the faith, I'm lighting all y'all asses on fire. You better hope that I don't convert to the damn faith. Because I'm chopping heads off. Straight up. You better hope that I stay root chakra poppy. Because if I come over there, I'm going to really be that. And I'm going to have a sword in my hand. Because you leading a whole generation of men and women astray based on what y'all believe. And y'all don't even stand for none of this stuff. Older men want younger women. Do you? What your Bible say about that? You want younger women for lustful purposes. You're not getting her so you can teach her to run your company. You're not getting her for that. You getting her because the way that ass look and them titties stand up straight. Keep it a stack. You trying to catch them 20, 21, 22. Why? Because they easily impressed. Price. Price. Y'all know price. Y'all don't know value. This is value. This Methuselah tree is value. This Methuselah tree is 5,000 years old. If you touch this tree, man, listen. You know the type of life that this tree has into it? This tree gonna be here when me and you gone. It's gonna be here when your baby gone. How do we know? Because it been here. It was here before your grandmama. It was here before your grandma's great-grandmama and your grandmama's great-great-great-grandmama. This tree is 5,000 years old. This tree is older than the Bible. Y'all don't want to deal with value. Because human value consists of things like character. Human value consists of things like integrity. You see, that ain't sexy. Human value consists of things like loyalty. Wisdom is on the inside of the human. So to understand value and price is to understand the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is a look. I can look hotepery. If I wear a dashiki or put on a fez or true tree bark, you would associate that with some type of culture. You would associate that with I'm conscious. So you're saying that I'm knowledgeable about Kemet, knowledgeable about Afrocentricity, right? Knowledge is on the outside, like price is on the outside. Yeah, you got the book, but do you understand it though? That's knowledge. Wisdom is on the inside of a thing. You can't see it. And them same people that we used to look down on, them old people. Let me tell you something real quick too. Because y'all got the game messed up. Because you call elders based on knowledge, not based on wisdom. So you only consider someone an elder if they read the same books as you. Let me tell you something. Frances Cress Welsing ain't no different elder than somebody in her age that don't know what she know. Still elder. Dr. Ben is not an elder because he read all the damn books and he's a scholar. He's an elder because he's an elder. See, y'all talking about price. You give the title of an elder if someone has the look that you like them to have. You give to someone the OG if they look how you want them to look. But what makes them an OG and what makes them an elder is not nothing on the outside. It's something on the physical, on the inside. Because as the physical decays, there's a two-part thing that is happening. The inside is gaining equity. We ain't our body. A 25-year-old woman don't got no more value than a 50-year-old woman? Are y'all crazy? Y'all are out of your minds. Sure, you see her and instantly you like, damn, I wanna see what it do. Throat baby, right? You wanna see what it do. But what happens when the sex is over? You still wanna be around her though? See, the 50-year-old woman got something to talk about. The 50-year-old woman got some experience. The 50-year-old can also look inside of my life and say, hey, or she can look inside my eyes and see my coloring is off. And she could diagnose that and know what to do. I get a cut on my leg. She know what to do. Her taste in music. Teach me something. Now don't get it twisted. I'm a dude too. And I'm root chakra poppy. So sure, I'll put my face in it. I ain't gonna lie. I'll put my face in it. I'll put my face in it. Sure. But when I come to my senses, though. We could get a cracker for the weekend. You know, I've been putting baddies on their back since 98. So that's nothing to me. So sure, we could get it in. And then soon as I come, I start thinking about what the hell I have to do the next day. I don't give a damn about what we just did. That's just sex. I don't have value because I'm good at sex, and she don't have value because how she looks. But we could both be some root chakra heathens and do the bat watusi. Sure, you know me. We could. I do the 6ix9ine. See, I'm root chakra poppy, so you know what I mean. I do things like that, but I'm never confused between Brittany Reiner and the Kodaks. See, I know the difference. See, I'm going to handle the Kodaks a certain type of way. I'm going to take my time with the Kodaks. I'm going to pop a Molly for this. See, I'm going to wash my hands when I go to the Kodaks. Because the Kodaks is not price. The Kodaks is value. See, I'm a, you know what I'm saying? The difference between price and value is also the same thing between knowledge and wisdom. The young people got all the knowledge. They don't have a lot of wisdom though. And these men know all the price, but not all the value. I told you I was going to do some preaching today, man. We ain't going to be here long. We're going to take a break real quick. I'll be right back. I just need to get some water because we want to delve more. Because I also want to give you out there in internet land the ammunition and the skill set to know the difference between price, value, knowledge, wisdom, right? And you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. We'll be right back.
Stop hanging around, y'all. Cause niggas like you be praying on my downfall. Hoping I flop, hoping I stop. You probably even hope I get locked. Or be on the street corner with a pipe, smoking a rock. I got more riches than you, fuck more bitches than you. Only thing I haven't got is more stitches than you. Fucking punk, you ain't a leader, what? Nobody followed you. You was never shit. Your mother should've swallowed you. You on some tag along, flung the yes man shit. Do me a favor, please get off the next man dick. And if you think I can't fuck with whoever, put your money up. Put your jewels up, no fucking put your honey up. Put your raggedy house up, nigga, or shut your mouth up before I buck lead and make a lot of bloodshed. Turn your tux red, I'm far from broke, got enough bread. And mad hoes, ask Beavis, I get nothing but head. My game is vicious and cruel, fucking chicks is a rule. If my girl think I'm loyal, then that bitch is a fool. How come? You can listen to my first album and tell where a lot of niggas got their whole style from. So what you acting for? You ain't half as raw, you need to practice more. Somebody tell this nigga something before I crack his jaw. You running with boys, I'm running with men. I'ma be ripping the mics until I'm 110. Have that niggas like, damn it, this nigga done it again.
Let's go with fear here. My ministry has a little bit of ah, ah, ah mixed in. So when you go to church and you hear Fred Hampton and John P. Key and James Cleveland and Mississippi Mass Choir and Yolanda Adams, you come to my church, you're going to hear Bebop. You're going to hear Cam talk filthy. Yeah. Men are visual, is what's told. And they say women are emotional. But they also say men are logical. Have you ever heard that before? That men are logical? If men are logical, as it's claimed, then how come men don't logically pick a woman? Visual is emotional. That's desire. That's desire. Right? Volume is off. 1 second. What about now? There we go. All right. If men are logical, then picking a woman would be a logical decision as well, right? Not a emotional decision. So these people be talking at the side of their neck, right? These people talk out the side of their neck. Is it about logic or is it about emotions? What do y'all think? Let's look at something. Are we good on the sound? Okay, cool. What is logic? Right? Now, this is what men say they naturally are. Men say they are naturally this right here, right? And I'm talking to a specific group of men. Now, understand something, y'all, too. That the group of men that I'm talking about is popping to be over there. Right? They're running the bags up. I know I do the data. Right? It's money over there in that space. These niggas get 2 bags, I'm telling you. But you know we take the steps over here, fam. Right? So keep that in mind. Right? So when we do this work, understand that this ain't where the butter is at. The butter is over there. So dissecting these niggas' philosophies, and I'm putting myself on the outs of money. Keep that in mind. Right? What is logic? Logic is the science on how to evaluate arguments and reasoning. Critical thinking is a process of evaluation which uses logic to separate truth from falsehood, reasonable from unreasonable beliefs. If you want to better evaluate the various claims, ideals, and arguments you encounter, you need better understanding of basic logic. and the process of critical thinking. These aren't trivial pursuits. They are essential to making good decisions and forming sound beliefs about our world. Hold on for a second. Have y'all in the chat heard that they say men are logical, but men are visual? Remember, they saying that men are speaking up and saying what they want. They want femininity. They want cooperation. They want fitness and beauty and inspiration. What about that is logic? Inspire is emotional. If I inspire you, I'm having an emotional connection with you. Femininity, that's also emotions. And it's also based on the eyes. It's not based on logic. Is the man logical or is he really emotional? Because the men are saying that we pick women because of how they look. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say? But if we do that, now I'm going to talk like a Christian for a second. If that is truly the metrics that us men pick women, then our decisions in picking women is not of God. That is not who God has for us. Because God is going to give us what we need. Who y'all consider the devil give us what we want. Aren't they saying that men are finally speaking up on what they want? Who's talking about what they need? Wants are based on knowledge. Needs are based on wisdom. Hold on. So we got price, value, knowledge, wisdom, needs, and wants. They are all related to each other. You see how this works? They are all related to each other. Now, your Christian brethren is not talking about anything that is of God. Now, do I like a nice looking thing? Yeah, that ain't of God though. Do I like do hold on, look. Hold on. Would I clap this? Yeah. Sure, I'll clap it. My reasoning ain't of God though. She's younger than me. Would I clap this? Yeah, but I'm also breaking a covenant with my eyes though. Because I should not be looking at her like this. So if I'm looking at her like this, then what? What's this say? The lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. So if I look at her and immediately want to clap, then what the hell is my body filled with? Let's go here. What's my body filled with? Now, the individuals telling you that men are visuals and we mate with their eyes, we mate with our eyes, right? And we want femininity and we want beauty and we want all that, even though none of that is of God. So what is the individual's body filled with? What is the individual's body filled with? Somebody in the chat tell me. If somebody is saying that they want a woman based on how she looks, what is the individual's body filled with? I don't give a damn how much money he got. I don't care about the pipe. I don't care about the car. I don't care about none of that shit. That's price. What is the individual's body filled with? Tell me. So you mean to tell me that our leaders and our people that we follow and our influencers are full of darkness? And we're beefing with each other with talking points of individuals filled with darkness? The male and the female in the group is clashing with each other and with talking points of individuals filled with darkness, which makes you dark. Sis, how you feel good beefing with your brother? How you feel good calling him a dusty? How you feel? You feel good? How you know those individuals ain't full of darkness? I'm telling you off rip, I'ma clap this. I'ma tell you off top, I'll put my face in it. See, I'ma tell you that because in my faith, the darkness is good. In the faith y'all claim, the darkness is bad. So I want to talk about the darkness that's bad according to y'all. We do all creation in the triple black darkness. Don't let me go to that neither. We leave that over there. I do that too. But I want to talk to the brothers of the cloth. I want to talk to the sisters in the faith. Your mama had that melodies from heaven rain down on me. La 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 rain. What's the Yolanda Adams song? I open up my heart to you, to you. That's what y'all grew up on. That's your faith. So if y'all grew up on that, why are you beefing with people with talking points from people that are dark and not of your God? Huh. Oh, because it looked good. Right? Because it looked good. Right? Because the followers is good, right? Men are speaking up and telling the world what they want, but the men's want ain't of God. And you're gonna get exactly what you're looking for. Just like PJ Washington did. Oh, he got what he wanted. He got what he wanted. All of us end up getting what we want. Huh. Come on now. You know what we're going to do over here at Coin Game? So the men that are saying they're logical are picking women based on their emotions. Now, think about this for a second. We are taught that women are emotional, yet the men they want is based on logical decisions. I want security. I want provision. I want integrity. I want a man that keeps his word. So who's more logical? Listen, logic is the science of how to evaluate arguments and reasoning. Critical thinking is a process of evaluation which uses logic to separate truth from falsehood. Wait a second. Her face is beat. So me desiring her is based on a falsehood. That's not even really her face. That's called glamour. That's not even really how she looks. But wait, I thought I'm logical. Critical thinking is a process of evaluation which uses logic to separate truth from falsehood. She's considered a bad bitch. Colin Kaepernick had her. Lil Uzi Vert had her. PJ Washington just got her pregnant. Are the men logical or not? Are we logical? Or are those talking points? Huh. See how they're talking to men. See, we don't want the modest woman, right? We don't want the woman with her face beat, right? Right? See, the woman you need might got a flat ass, bro. She might got a flat ass. She might not be the top 10 body that you get. She might not. But damn, she know what to do when you get sick. Damn, you can leave your children with her while you go out on business. Damn, she will never tell your business to the enemy. Damn, she don't watch TV and read books. Damn, if she ever in danger, she know how to use a pistol. Damn, she know how to come to you and say, babe, I think you could do better. Here's why. Be able to talk your philosophy back to you. Your number one student. Can you make your wife your student? Is the woman you with a living testament of your philosophy? Huh. Because if y'all say that the woman is the first teacher, what is she teaching? What information is she telling to the child? Is the information she giving to the child in a nurturing way from your mouth to her ears? Well, so yeah, I'm telling you off rip. Ken Billions is cool. I'm your bro. I'm your homie. I'm Root Chakra Poppy, but I will clap you. Ain't nothing fake. Ain't nothing phony over here. I hang from chandeliers. I stand on couches. I am not your friend zone, homie. Don't ever look at me like that. I will clap you and we'll still be cool after. But I'm not the friend zone. You want to talk to me? You call my hotline. Don't make it personal. Call me on business. Hey, Ken, I need some help. Cool. See, I don't violate that. Don't ever come to me in my inbox. Hey, brother, if you're ever in town, I'm not that nigga. I am not friend zone. So I'm telling you, boom, how I'm looking at this person. But I don't claim Christian. That's not, I don't go to the Bible to put you in a gender role. I don't tell you he that find a wife have a good thing. Your brothers in the faith do. Your brothers in the face are false prophets. And you are too, sis. You know how? Because you don't mind him looking at you lustfully. Y'all get off on men's attention. Out of all things that y'all could get from men, all right, why you want to do sex? You don't want to build skyscrapers? You don't want to build infrastructure. Your liberation is not building things. Your liberation is sex. Both of y'all are frogs in a boiling pot. Talking out the side of your neck. Oh, I feel so empowered. So you need the man's attention to feel that way. But he's looking at you in a way that is not of God, according to what y'all believe. And you are okay with that shit. You encourage it. Why do you take pictures from the side? Is it for other women? Oh, I'm just being free. Go on a nature hike. How come your freedom is associated with bottom? How come your freedom is associated with sex? You a viper too, just like the man. Both of y'all think y'all righteous in your own minds. Both of y'all not shit. Y'all faking with that Bible. Y'all don't really believe that. Y'all might as well all be atheists. Y'all faking with that Bible. Y'all don't read it and you don't live by it. But you sure enough judge them old people. How dare you? Huh. You Christian or not, beloved? You believe this or not, fam? Stand on it then. Maybe you might die alone because it ain't enough righteous men to go around. Unless you're going to share a nigga. Well, if you ain't going to do it, cool. I'm not telling you to. But be cool with the outcome of you living your righteous life. Maybe you might get married. Maybe not. But if it's aligned with God, then it's all things for the good. Right or no? I'll burn your ass on fire with this. Why the sinner got to come talk to y'all like this? Y'all need to clean out your house because you're out of order. How the old people say, you're out of order. You're out of order. Y'all girls don't even own a pair of stockings. You're out of order. You know, old chick, she wears stockings and shit. I ain't seen a woman in a pair of stockings in a long time. Y'all asses is out of order. You and that handkerchief head Negro. I don't care. You ain't gotta like me. I'm gonna figure out how to eat and get it. Trust me, I'm gonna be all right. But I came to light people on fire today. Man ain't logical. Man is emotional. And y'all like the man that's emotional. Why you think you're doing your face like that with that makeup? So you can get the attention of a man in the darkness. Because if he was a man full of light, he wouldn't be attracted to that shit. Let me be out of order with your sis now. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why, because it just, this shit come out of me every now and then. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, you know how Sherman Klump got Buddy Love in him? I be trying. I got Buddy Love in me. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to be, you know what I mean? I'm a brother of the cloth. But something about them streets. Something about that root chakra. You know what I mean? Lord. What them old people say, he ain't through with me yet. Because if you get out of order with me, I'm going to get out of order with you. You know what I mean? I ain't turning down nothing with my collar. So, look at me as the homie through the hotline. How do we know the meaning of things, right? So, if logic is something to separate truth from falsehood, what is something else that we can separate truth from falsehood with? What is the metrics? How do we use this type of stuff? I never hear in the guy spaces when they're talking to the comrades and buddies about women. I never hear this word. A lot of y'all men don't want to get married because you talking about, oh man, if we get a divorce, first of all, who are you using Jeff Bezos as a reference? Why? Why are you using rich people as a reference? But here's the thing though. You don't know how to pick a woman, but you know how to pick a car? Y'all know how to dress a car, put the tents on it, put the shoes on it, put some beat in it, but you don't know how to pick a woman though. You know how to play 2K and create a player. You get a player the headband. The player got all the cool stuff. Jumper, 6'9". You can design that. But y'all have the inability to pick women. Why? Because you think you're something that you're not. You think you're logical and you're not. You're emotional. You pick women based on how they look, not based on value. You pick women based on price because you deal with knowledge, not wisdom. You deal with price, not value. You deal with want and not needs. I want to clap this, but the woman I need might got a flat ass, man. The woman that I need, my homies might not think she bad. How can I make a long-term decision based on my wants? You talking marriage? You talking babies? But you're basing it off what you want? A seed comes out of your body to impregnate a woman, and you did that because she throw it back? Y'all know the price of everything and the value or nothing. All of y'all saying this woman right here is for the streets, but the men created the streets. There will be no streets if the men stay out of there. What, women gonna be in the streets by them damn self? The streets is where men play at. But y'all wouldn't dare talk to men not in the area of correction. You gonna make it seem like they got kicked out of the house for welfare. want to focus on double standards. Women get to do this, and man, you know what? Take this. None of that is of God. You vipers, you. You are the stick-necked group of people that the scriptures talk about. Ain't no light in you, because ain't no light in your eyes. Darkness. You dress good, though. You smell good as a motherfucker. Haircut, cool. Cars, cool. You look good on the pictures, but you ain't shit. How can you pick a woman without discernment? Discernment comes from wisdom. Look, the quality of being able to grasp and comprehend what is obscure. This is obscure. This is not how she really looks. Look at what discernment says. The quality of being able to grasp and comprehend what is obscure. Man, she don't look like this. This doesn't tell me anything about her, because her real existence is not the physical. But you need this to know that. The quality of being able to grasp and comprehend what is obscure. How can y'all tell women to pick better men, right? But y'all say they're emotional. Y'all say y'all logical. But then again, you pick women based on image. Y'all don't know how to pick women either. The way women try and attempt to pick men is more closer to logic than y'all pick women. When y'all pick women, there's no logic. There's no logic when you pick women. What is logic? Logic is the science on how to evaluate arguments and reasoning. Critical thinking is a process of evaluation which uses logic to separate truth from falsehood, from reasonable to unreasonable beliefs. If you want to better evaluate the various claims, ideals, and arguments you encounter, you need a better understanding of basic logic and the process of critical thinking. These aren't trivial pursuits. They are essential to making good decisions and forming sound beliefs about the world. How do they say they pick women again? A woman needs to be what? Feminine, fit, friendly, cooperative. Now this is talking points created by individuals that say they are the logical ones, but nothing about how they pick women is based on logic. Where's this? The quality of being able to grasp and comprehend what is obscure. The Negro doesn't have any logic in him. The Negro does everything against logic. The Negro is an emotional being. The Negro's not logical. This is not the behavior of logical people. This is not the talking, the way that people that use logic to view the world. Because if by nature the man is logical, then why would he have a baby with her? She don't want to be a mom. No judgment. That's not what she wants. Logic. Logic. But I'm going to go back here. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the eye and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father. So I want y'all, this is your ammunition when these guys are talking. Once you find out that they are Christian men, you need to let them know that the way that they are behaving and the way that they are talking is not in line with the faith. And they can act like that. They can, but they got to put the faith down. Because now it's about being the genuine article. You either authentic or you not. I am authentically root chakra poppy. I'm authentically my faith. I don't waver on that. I am ratchet and righteous at the same time. I am a heathen and a saint at the same damn time. I will talk to you like a brother 1 minute and I will bend your motherfucking legs back the next. All that. You know what you getting with me. All that. I am true to my faith. So hold me to my faith. Hold your brothers to their faith, you Christian women. Why y'all think y'all could do this? Hey, y'all Christian women. Why y'all think y'all could do this? I'm going off what y'all say. If these men look at you lustfully, sis, I don't give a damn if he drop a bag on you. Stand on your faith. He ain't supposed to look at you with lust. But you like that shit. And therefore, when that fire burns, you will burn with his ass. Let's take a break real quick. I'll be right back. Pick a woman based on what's valuable to you. What's valuable. There's no value with sex. It's something we do over, some longer than others. But for the most part, minor. It's a feeling, and then it's over. And then we spend our reality in real time dealing with real things. So you pick your woman based on real things. Femininity is not a real thing. It ain't real. It's a feeling. You know what's real? Food is real. One second. What about now? Let me know it's good. What about now? Can you hear me now? Are we still distorted? Let me know in the chat if we good. Are we perfect? I said better. Okay. Better. Give me a 1 if it's better. If it's better, give me a 1. Good now. Good. Okay. All good. Okay. Look, I like sex like everybody else, right? I like things that look nice like everybody else. But when you are raised where we come from, in hip hop, in low income areas, on welfare, we don't know the difference between price and value. And we take price to value, and it doesn't go there. Price is how a thing looks. So when you are talking to your sons, mothers, and fathers, and they are about to pick a woman, you need to tell them the difference between the price of the woman and a value of a woman. And all things have their place and their season. Some women are popping with price. Nothing wrong with that. But don't confuse it. Marriage has value. Children have value. Don't confuse the two. You don't do valuable things based on price. Price goes like this. Value don't do that. Value is same everywhere. As a man, think about what's important to you, right? Reverse engineer your life. As a man, think about what would be important to you a long time from now. As a man, think about what would be important to you 20, 30 years from now and walk your way back. Would health be important to you 20, 30 years from now? Cool. Find you a woman that knows that. Find a woman that cooks, makes food for you based on your body chemistry. Y'all find women that kill you in the kitchen. Y'all talk about, oh, if a woman could cook or not. Y'all basing that off taste. That's price. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all say that a woman could cook based on how the food tastes, not what the food does to you. I need somebody in the chat, just one person to say, does it taste good or does it feel good? One person in the chat. I just need somebody that bear witness that we was here today doing this shit. Somebody bear witness. Does the food taste good or does it feel good? Because the food that tastes good, why you got the itis after? You're not supposed to be tired. Food is fuel. If it brings you down and makes you yawn and it makes you sleepy, that's taste. Does it taste good or does it feel good? Now think about your health, especially if you a Negro male in America. 50 is not looking good on niggas. 50 seems to be the mark where... So is health important? Yeah. So your woman selection should be based on things that would be important to you 20 years from now, like your health. Right? Is conversation good? Is conversation important to you? Is friendship important to you? Is camaraderie and relatability important to you? Do you think it'll be important to you 20 years from now? Now, let me talk to you correctly. Find you a woman also that knows your things. because listen to what I'm about to say. Don't marry or impregnate the fun girl. That's a mistake. Find you a woman. Look, man, this is how I would talk if nobody was around to guys. Nigga, marry her. You can fuck her anytime. That I'm just being honest with you. That's how you might not like how that sounds, but that's the reality of it. I'm gonna tell it to you straight and talk to you like it was just a group of guys. Nigga, marry and have babies with what you need. Nigga, you can always cut out and scrape what you want. That's what I would tell a man. That's how men talk behind the scenes. You might not like that, ladies, but that's real. Don't marry the fun. This is a long-term decision that you're doing here. If that's what you're going to do and that is the desires of your heart, nigga, make a logical decision. The logical decision is security, is long-term. Don't make a long-term decision or mistake with a short-term person. You making long-term decisions with somebody that you only should be with for an hour. You making life decisions with her? Somebody that you only supposed to be with an hour? You know why? Because you've been taught and educated by false prophets. You've been taught and educated by people without this right here. Let me show you. They don't have this. Because if they did, they would teach you to have it. They don't give a damn about you. Because they wouldn't put you out here to ruin your life. Men want femininity. I don't give a damn about that, honestly. You know what I care about? How things work. I'm already enough a man. It's enough of me already. What is femininity? How someone looks? How they dress? I'm not going to say what I want. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand on my personal faith, and anybody that comes into my life is going to be a student of mine. We ain't just gonna lay up in the bed together. The woman is going to emulate my ideals, and she gonna put my ideals on top of what she already knows. And that's what's gonna make her a bad bitch. Not this. Not this right here. I'm gonna have a different outcome. See, while y'all talking that, right? Remember, y'all don't care about if a woman, her education, or she graduates, right? See, while you're caught up in the sex cycle with your woman, I'm going to be talking about the 7 laws of hermetics with mine. Your woman is going to be focused on Instagram pics. Mine is going to know about vibration, about mentalism, about gender, not penis and vagina, the poles of gender, vibration, as above, so below. See, I'm going to care about that 20 years from now. So I'm going to mate and bring people in my life that care about it now. I'm focused on my needs. I have a need for knowledge. That's not a want. I have a need for camaraderie. That's not a want. Great question right here. Do men take beautiful women less serious? What if she has body and brains business minded? My answer to that, beloved, is this. The lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If therefore the light is in you is darkness, then how great is that darkness? A beautiful man on the inside is going to get what? That's how it works. The men get darkness because they are darkness. You could get a physically attractive woman. That's easy. They're walking around everywhere. The earth produces them. Vaginas produce women. There's no shortage of nice looking women, right? If that is a desire of mine, I don't have to say anything. Only thing I have to do is make sure I'm beautiful on the inside. We know that thoughts are things, right? We know that ideals have to hit something and come back to us. So whatever's in my life is based on something that is happening on the inside of me. Everything that is in my face is a reflection of the inside of me. So I don't have to worry about a beautiful woman or a woman that's good in business. Those are things that I care about. So when these guys, men are talking what they want, I'm never going to have that conversation. I'm never going to talk about that kind of shit. No need. That is something that I meditate on. Right? And the thing about it, when we begin to talk about it, it becomes lustful. When it's in our hearts, it's of the Father. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the lust of for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. So what the gentlemen are talking about, that's of the world. You create your woman in here, in your heart, in your mind. When she shows up, that's nothing but your creation. But are you full of light or are you full of dark? You know, it's a lot of duality we're talking about today. But get what you need. Do that first. Things that you would care about 20 years from now, reverse engineer it and care about it now. Think about your needs. Right? Think about your needs, not your wants. Because your want is price. I'm going to close out right after this break. I done made money, lost it, and made it back again. I done took major losses in the game. You get the benefit from my losses. I sat with some of the realest people that ever walked this planet. You get the benefit from that. See, when I'm talking, man, I'm not one of these niggas, man, that didn't get it out the mud. I'm not freestyling. I'm not speculating. This is raw and authentic. This is the game that you apply ASAP and it change your life, and people see a difference in you. People say, wow, look at her. Wow, look at him. Man, whatever they doing, man, it must be working, because damn, they look better. Damn, they sound better. They moving better. Well, that ain't free. You gotta pay for it just like I had to pay for it. Put the money on the wood. Respect the game. Respect my time. Levels good? Everything good? If you thought that today's bill was fruitful, if you got something from it, if you can walk away with something, if you are better than when you came, go ahead and do the Lord's work and go ahead and pay your tithes, or you out of order. If you haven't put nothing in the Cash App, you out of order. What's valuable and what's not? Can y'all hear me? What's valuable and what's not? As a young man, it's going to be hard to differentiate. So as a young man in the game, even the women that are here, what's a valuable man? Right? We say high value man, right? What's value? Is it price or is it value? See, because if you consider a man valuable based on his job, then if he doesn't have that job anymore, is he still a high value man? See, the most valuable that a man can be is a man. Nothing more. Doesn't matter about network. All that shit sounds great. But the highest thing you can be is just man. That's hard enough. And you're not a man because you went through a biological process. That's evolution. What makes you man is involution. The most important decisions in your life cannot be based on looks. I got a felony for shit like that. For looks. I was concerned with how things looked. I would look down on a regular job because it didn't look a certain type of way. So I risked my freedom and got it taken from me because of looks. I got taken away from my family because I was focused on how things look. Because, I got to pull up a certain type of way. You know what I mean? I got to dress a certain type of way. And guess what? Where I ended up, none of it mattered. You got to ask your celly, let me get a courtesy flush. Or if people got in a fight, now you on lockdown all damn day. And for what? Was I defending my family? Was I doing something noble? I was hustling, chasing the cool, the look, because I want to be associated with how a thing look, not value. And then you get to the bottom and you got to grind from the bottom to get back to the bottom. You put yourself behind the 8 ball. Years wasted. Years. All for a look. You know how much time is spent on women? How much money is spent on women? Something that walks away when it's done. The sour royal oats focused on price, but we are giving up our most valuable thing, which is time. How much does time cost doing that? The most valuable or the most important thing in your life, sir, can't come from here. It's a feel, right? You're going to know it's right when you know it's right. You can't see it, man. It doesn't fluctuate. It is valuable to you now, and it'll be valuable to you when you leave the planet. And it's my hope and prayer that you live long enough to understand the difference between price and value, the difference between knowledge and wisdom, and the difference between wants and your needs. Because they aren't the same, right? Some people, some superheroes got capes. Others got claws like Wolverine. Batman has gadgets, you know. Me, I just have waves. Ken Billions.
Biggest game, it's like, remember we was all back in high school? Some of you may be still in high school or whatever, but follow me. We had the regular class and then you had honors class. And I feel like Ken Billions' game is nothing but honors class. Everything that you learned in life and been through in life, or whatever he's talking about at that certain time. And, like point of reference, game for guys. Everybody learn game from somebody and this and that, and it's all over the place. But once I listened to Game for Guys, it was like being in an honors class. Ken is a brilliant guy. I still listen to him to this day. Listen to him almost every other day, and I stay studying. And if I look at his video and he's giving us homework, I'm gonna look through that video. I'm gonna write my notes down. I'm gonna do my homework. Then I'm gonna watch the next video. I mean, you just can't get enough of the game and the knowledge that this brother brings to you. He's allowed me to look back into history, my own history. I found out about black people that I never even knew about, black millionaires and people like that. Recently, I learned about the reticular activating system, and that's something that I'm studying up on as we speak. Which I plan on reprogramming myself. You know what I'm saying? So overall, the Ken Billions game has done a lot for me. It's allowed me to elevate as a man, as a father. It just allowed me to be more excited about life and not be in the program of being oppressed. And that's one of the main things for me that I have to say that this game has done for me. I'm so glad that I ran across it.